Welcome back to Crappie 101. Today we're camped underneath a cold front. Not real good conditions, but lucky for you, I'm with multi-tournament winner and crappie pro, Denny Tittle. I got a feeling that even though we're under these wild conditions, you got a game plan for us. What's it going to be?
We're going to go out in long line. We're going to pull for some crappies using paddle tail jigs. The weather's not real great, but the rain's ready to come, so we need to get out there and get them.
I'm with this guy. I think he can catch a crappie in a mud puddle. Let's do it, Denny.
Don, before we get out there on the lake and get started, let me show you what some of the equipment and baits we're going to use. This is Charlie Brewer slider. It's pink and chartreuse. I think that's going to be a good color today. This blue and chartreuse curly tail I know is going to be a good bait because of the dark conditions and the cold front that's coming in.
What's it? That's a curly tail?
Yes, it's a curly tail.
I'll be darned.
Curly tail bait. Yeah. And what we're going to do for the depth of water we're going to be fishing in, which is going to be 5 to 6, 7 foot deep, the front jig is going to be a 32nd ounce, and the back jig is going to be a 48th ounce. And we're going to tie them about that far apart.
Oh, okay.
Throw them out 30, 40 feet, and we're going to pull long line behind the boat, approximately 1.2 mile an hour, 1.3 mile an hour. And if that's not the right speed, we'll slow down or speed up until we find out what speed we've got to get the right depth to catch the fish that we're after. In the back of the boat, we're going to use 8-foot rods. You're going to use 4 8-foot rods in the back. I'm going to use a 16-foot and a 10-foot rod on the front on one side and a 16 and a 10-foot on the other side. That gives us a wide trough that we're going to be fishing. We're going to be fishing about 40 foot of water with one pass.
Wow.
And,
wow. And with all these colors, man.
With all these colors, we ought to be able to find something.
Now, weren't you telling me on the way over here today that these grass shrimp tend to hang out in these lakes too?
Yes, they stay in the weeds.
It looks like you got some colors that kind of look like a shrimp.
Yeah, we do. I like to get the colors that the fish are used to eating on, you know, match the hatch. And if you can do that and we can turn a few fish on, we'll have a good day. Well, they're getting bigger as we're going out.
They're hungry.
Yeah. Fish on a little bit better.
He sounds better.
He is better.
Oh yeah, there you go. Nice fish, wow. I see what you mean about them being a little chunkier.
Yeah, see how thick they are? They're pretty fish in here. Real pretty fish.
That's a dandy there. Wow.
You want to keep a few of these?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know that he's a bruiser, but he's a tugger. He's probably thinking, what do you want? It's a cold front day. Just get me in already, Don. Oh, there you go. I guess that's a pink, whoop, like a pink pearl color with a red head. He seemed to like that. Pink's been pretty good today so far. Back you go, bud. I think you need a while. Now, is there a big difference in water temperature between the Harris chain and Lake Monroe?
Right now, this is about 3 degrees warmer than Harris chain.
Okay.
Another baby.
Seems like the big ones and small ones are just all mixed in together, though.
Yeah, but when we get into a good school of larger fish, you won't catch near as many little ones.
Is there much on Lake Monroe, or is it?
No. Nope, it's just a sand and silt bottom
So again, the crappie are going to relate more to breaks in depth?
Yeah, little breaks in depth, little humps, vegetation, and forage. And that's about it. Good one?
Oh, I got one.
And a better fish?
It feels like it.
No, not a very good one. You will in a minute. Probably about when we get out right off the tip of that river channel.
Well, boy, there's no mistaking you got one, though.
No, they let you know.
Do white crappie exist at all in Florida, or is it all black crappie?
I've never seen a white crappie in Florida.
Okay.
And I don't know why that is.
Are they indigenous to Florida, or were they planted here?
I believe they were indigenous to this area, was the black crappie.
Yeah, this is a good fish. They're all good fish. For some reason, Denny, I can't stay out of my own lines.
Well, that happens when you're pulling. As long as you stay out of mine.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Pink. Pink has been a pretty consistent color. I guess with this tannic water, the stained water color. But then again, as soon as I say that, he catches a big fish on the real dark blue. So I guess it's more where you're pulling as opposed to the color in some cases. Yeah, he's not bad.
There's our Monroe fish. They're chunky fish in this lake. They're really thick and fat.
So the same length fish in, for example, the Harris chain would weigh less, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, these fish are definitely heavier fish for the same length.
So really, I had a double going, Denny.
Yeah.
Look at there.
Another decent fish.
Yeah. That blue with the
Yellow.
yellow. Hang on, buddy. I'm gonna let you go. Now this one almost looks kind of golden, kind of bronze mixed in there.
That's because he's been in hydrilla. They get yellower.
I'll be darned. So he's been hanging out in the weeds. He was jumping back, you know, tail walking and stuff on me now.
Tail walking, huh? Yeah, we hit a little hump right there, and
Fishing, and I like musky fishing. Musky up there, man.
yeah.
Well, you got that right. I see the big mouth. Oh, nice. Real nice.
Come here.
Well, these guys are built nice.
Yeah, they're a thick fish.
Yeah.
Real thick fish in this lake. They're heavy for their length. They're just a really heavy fish.
Man. And the real dark, pronounced, you know, spots and you know, I like that.
Yeah. They're darker in this body of water than they are a lot of the lakes in Florida.
And you called this more of a, was it tannic water?
Yes, tannic. The St. Johns River runs through here, and where it comes in is from the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay. So with this darker water, do a lot of the lighter colored lures tend to work better as opposed to the real dark ones?
No, actually, I usually do better with dark colors, but sometimes light colors work better. But most of the time, I like the black and chartreuse, pinks, pinks are usually good.
Okay.
Blue and chartreuse is good a lot of times in this water. How heavy your jig heads are, and how the fish want it. Sometimes they want it, at 1 mile an hour. Sometimes they want it really fast, 1.5 miles an hour. I have caught fish at 2 miles an hour.
Wow. So you just kind of vary that as you're out. If you're not getting bites, you might speed up, slow down. Okay.
So you figure out what they want. They'll usually tell you.
That's nice of them, though.
Yeah. You got to listen hard. Pulled, but it was because of the wind conditions. If I was able to spider rig the fish, I'd spider rig them, because I could stay on top of them.
Fish on.
You got a better one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I've been getting them on this blue too.
Yeah.
A darker color.
Yeah, blue and chartreuse is a good color. Well, usually you'll catch more of the smaller fish than you will the big fish. As a rule, the bigger fish, for some reason, they don't bite as well as what the little fish do after a cold front or during a cold front.
Okay.
Maybe 6 feet.
6 feet?
Not very deep.
Are there some deep holes or pockets?
Well, you've got the St. Johns River channel that goes over in there, and it's only 11 or 12 feet.
Okay. So you basically have to follow the river channel to get any kind of thing over 10 feet or so.
Yes, but
Okay.
the problem gets to be there is you get a lot of boat traffic. Those bigger boats, that's where they want to run, is in that river channel.
Right.
And sometimes you catch the fish there, but the fish are starting to spread out into the lake, and there's humps and some holes out in the middle of it that you can find some 7, 8 foot water. And that's what we're going to do here in a minute. We're going to start heading across it.
It probably doesn't take a big change in the depth to be able to hold fish, does it?
No. A foot drop a lot of times. Another fish on.
You get two?
Uh-huh. You want to take
That's
that
a good one, yeah. I'll take that off for you.
That one on the other side too? All right.
That's
Yeah.
a good one here. Yeah.
I got 3 fish on.
It's a tough life, isn't it?
Yeah. Take that fish off, reel this fish in. Now reel this other fish in.
I got one on back here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, it's about time.
I do what I can, Oh, he came off.
That's good. We were going to release him in.
Yeah, it was a quick release. I designed that. One of my custom techniques.
So you got a fish on?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll pass you this back once you're done, and I don't think he's a lake record, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
It might be a big fish.
Well, he's big enough to put a bend in the paw.
Well, that's what you want. That's a decent little
Stop.
fish.
Now, you're using this double jig rig. I've noticed that all my fish so far have come on the top jig. That's just coincidence, or do they like the ones a little bit higher up off the bottom? Or does that tell us anything?
Actually, the way I have them rigged, I have the heavier jig in the front, and the front jig will ride down here, and the lighter jig will ride up here.
Oh, okay, okay. So they are hitting the one that's lower in the water column.
Right. And a lot of that has to do with the front that's coming through, that, the fish get lower in the water column. Sometimes they lay right on the bottom. But this lake, they lay on the bottom a lot anyway.
Well, I heard a big splash.
Oh, it's a hog.
All right. Oh, yeah. Look at him.
It's just a fat little fighter.
Man, talk about chunky.
They are a fat little fish in here.
My goodness.
A lot fatter than most of the lakes.
Now,
pretty
does that
fish.
really speak to the amount of bait that's available here?
Yes, there is a lot of bait available. Shad, grass shrimp, other types of minnows.
How many times have I heard you say that already?
I don't know.
A whole bunch. Well, he's splashing way out there.
Yeah. I got a double.
Yeah, you do. You got a double. You got to double it up on me, you know? That one in the front looks bigger.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's a good fish.
Yeah. I'll bring it around this side.
That's our first double today. Looky there. Yeah.
I got a double.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Wow, how chunky they are. Man,
If I can catch them.
he is about full.
That wind keeps catching them and kiting them. I'll let that little guy go. And there's a pretty fish.
Yeah. I don't think he's been on that Jenny Craig diet.
No. That's good.
That's right.
Why don't we keep this fish, Don? Open it
Yeah.
up. That live one. Nope, that one.
Right here.
Come on, big fish. Let's go. Fish on.
Guess they were just waiting on you to call them, huh?
I guess they're acting dumb today. And that one's on a yellow. It's a pretty fish, nice and thick, but not quite the size we're looking for.
You like getting them up near the top and like surfing them in?
Sometimes, but if it's a great big fish, I don't.
You want them to stay down?
I want them to stay down in the water.
That's another chunky one.
Yeah, nice fat fish, good eating fish, really pretty.
And that's not the first time that you said blue and chartreuse, is it?
No, I say it a lot. It's one of my favorite colors.
You know, I would have thought it'd be all lake colors with this darker water, but obviously, you know, there I go thinking again, you know.
Might be a good one.
Oh, it feels good. Yeah, he feels real good. Oh, yeah. This is my big one for today so far.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I knew that drop was there and I missed it. I quit too quick, didn't I?
No, you quit right on time. Woo! Let me lift this guy in here if I can. Yeah, buddy. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Now, would you call this a tournament fish?
No.
Whatever. Come on, work with me here. Work with me.
Yeah, it's a tournament fish. I wouldn't have said it was for you, but for me it would be a tournament fish.
Yeah.
Good. How about your second pole right in front of your face?
Yeah, I might go ahead and get this one too. Yeah, I like these fish on events. Well, he don't feel bad. I think this is a good one, Denny.
It might be.
Oh, it's a double. It's a double. Yes, indeed. Unless I got your line. I got another line. I got two fish on. I think I got one on my one line and one on the other. Come to me.
No, you don't have my line. You got your own.
I got my other line. So I'll get the little guy off first. On the blue again with the chartreuse tail. And then the bruiser is actually being reeled in on my other line. I just snagged it. And this big one's on a pink with a red head. These are some fat fish over here. A lot of the lakes, they're a lot skinnier. These are real dark black fish and not real classic black crappie coloring. and then real thick compared to the crappie I've been getting on the other Florida lakes. We'll let him go, and then I'll get somehow out of this mess. Yeah, I guess so.
This is a better fish.
Looks like a good one there, the way he's got that rod bent.
That's a better fish. Not a monster. I think I got one going on that other pole too.
Of course you do.
This is a better fish. Not a monster, but it's a big fish.
Good chunky fish.
That's a pretty fish, isn't it?
Now I'd say that's got to be a tournament fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look in that live box, we'll put
Yes,
it in it.
indeed.
And I'll catch this other fish.
He scores.
This isn't a very big fish. But you need the small fish.
Yeah, without them, you're not going to have big ones later.
That's right. Without the small fish, your lake is in trouble.
Feel good. Yeah. Yeah, they all feel good then. This one's staying deep now. This might, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Hello. Oh, yeah. Come here. Oh, come on. Don't break off now. Woo! That's a nice crappie there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Speck fever. Boy, it's so pretty and dark over here. See every little spot, every little dot.
They are neat looking in different parts of the country, aren't they?
They sure are. I mean, and even from lake to lake here in Florida,
Yeah.
they can look so different. Sometimes you get the ones that are real bleached out and white, hardly any dark spots. Over here on Lake Monroe, the classic picture that you might see of a black crappie, there it is. Nice fish. Well, I'm gonna let him go because I got a feeling Denny's gonna catch him in a tournament when he's about a pound heavier. All right, buddy, here we go. Well, not even thank you, yeah? Denny, somebody fishing Lake Monroe, whether it's the first time or any time, really, is there one technique that stands out as being the best technique to use here?
Yes, Don. A lot of people pull this lake. One reason is they're covering a lot of territory. It's simple. All you do is throw your bait out the back of the boat as far as you can, and in the shallower water, shorter naturally, and the fish let you know where they're at, and you just keep long lining.
Okay, so trolling or long lining is the overall best technique. As you're doing that, is there a speed that you recommend for getting the most fish or bigger fish?
That depends on how deep a water you're in, how heavy a jigs you're using. You try to keep your bait moving fast enough that it works your curly tail jigs and your paddle tail jigs. But normally, the best speed is probably about 1.1 mile an hour or 1.2. Sometimes the fish want it more aggressively, and they're higher in the water column, so you go about 1.3 or 1.4. But most part, about 1.2 is a good speed to start at. Fisher's on the bottom of my locator.
Good fish, Denny.
Good.
A hog.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Look at that one.
That's the ones we're looking for.
I've been waiting on this guy. Woo! This is the big guy.
That's a pound and a half, pound three-quarter fish.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, this is the one that I think if I was in a tournament, I'd be going, yeah, buddy.
That's right.
A gut on this one, man. That's a pretty Lake Monroe fish.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And you know, I got a feeling we're gonna want some stills of this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put him in a live well, Denny.
All right.
As big as this guy is. If he'll fit.
If you fit.
Whoa! Had attitude. Man. Woo! I'd get me some more of them. Lake Monroe.
You get him?
Yeah, he's a running. There he is. He's on the top jig this time. That last one was on the bottom jig. This blue's been a pretty good color, too.
Yeah, it is. Real good color.
Every time I think it's going to be a pink or a light colored day, it's these, you know, these dark blue, but it could be, this one's got a real long tail, Denny. What kind of tail do you call that?
It's a That's a triple tail.
Triple tail.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got 3 blades on it.
Okay. A lot of action.
That's an AWD bait.
That's a lot of action on this one. And it's caught a lot of fish today. All right, Denny, here on Lake Monroe, I know this is one of the top crappie lakes in the state. What kind of size average are we looking at in terms of pound, pound and a quarter fish, or is it a smaller population but more of them? And then what would you call in this lake a trophy size crappie?
That's one of the things that makes this such a great fishery is there's all sizes of fish in this lake. You'll catch little bitty ones, but I'd say the average size is 10, 12 inches. But they do have crappie that'll go 3.25 pounds in this lake, and that's a big crappie. Those are trophies.
Denny, what's the primary forage base here in Lake Monroe? Is it minnow, shad, what?
There's there's 2 or 3 different kinds of minnows. There's also shad, and there's grass shrimp that the fish mostly eat in this water. The people up north don't know what a grass shrimp is because I don't think they grow up anywhere north of probably Georgia. And it's just a little small shrimp that only gets to about a ½ inch long. But that's a major diet of a lot of the fish in Florida in this lake.
A lot of people like to either tip their lures with minnows or just fish with just minnows. And I notice we're using primarily soft plastics with different action tails. What's the main reason for that, Dan?
Well, the reason that I do that is because we're moving at about 1.3 miles an hour, and what you're really getting is a reaction strike. They're not actually, when they see that curly tail jig come through the water, they think it's a minnow. So you really don't need the minnow on there.
Okay, so probably with the minnow there, it would impair that tail movement.
Yes, it would impede it. It wouldn't be able to get the swimming action.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, and it's a whale.
Well, you got a good one, huh?
It's Moby Dick, get the gap.
All right. Oh, that's a nice one. Man.
Isn't that a pretty fish?
That is a tournament fish there. Oh, look at that.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
Oh, jump. How's that?
I believe I'm gonna net this one, Denny. Yeah, look at there. Oh, nice, nice fish. Look at that. Wow. On the blue. Oh,
yeah.
What a hog, man.
Isn't that a heavy fish?
Man, I'd love to have that one in a tournament.
Oh, feel how thick that fish is.
Oh, yeah.
Still mean.
Still mean. Whew. Wow. You up here with that blue, man.
Isn't that pretty? Look at that fish.
He's up here with that blue, just kicking butt, man.
That's a pound 3/4 fish.
Man, how thick, that big gut. Man.
Yeah, how wide he is in the back.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
pretty fish. Put him back there.
Yeah. We're gonna stay up close and personal with this guy, and we'll put him back here in the live. We'll get some pictures of him. Denny, what are the main types of areas people should be looking for as they fish Lake Monroe? Is it the breaks? Is it the grass or certain depths?
Well, you look for both. It's according to what time of year you're fishing here. And anytime you can find a break, a drop off, that's a good area to be looking for fish. And the lake, for the most part, isn't deep enough to not have some grassy structure on the bottom. The only place that it doesn't have it is in the actual river channel where the St. John River goes through. But there you also have a nice break from the regular lake down into the river channel and back up. So for most of the lake, what I look for is where the river is coming in, like in this corner and that corner, and you've got fresh water coming in, and you also have your forage being pushed in by the currents.
All right. Oh, man, this thing's wanting to jump out here, Denny.
All right.
Try to loft this guy up and out of here. There we go. Good one.
Yeah, it's a nice
Good.
fish.
Chunky. And on the yellow with the blue head. The blue tails have been working good for you. All right.
It's not a large one,
But he's got fins, huh?
but it'll grow into one someday.
Well, that's the same lure that great big one you just got.
Yeah. Even the little ones like this
Yeah.
blue and chartreuse. You got a monster?
No,
No, but you got a
but he's a fun one.
It's a good eating fish. That's a decent fish.
Yeah, he's not teeny weeny or nothing.
That's a decent fish. That fish
putting
will
on a
weigh
show.
that fish will weigh close to 3/4 pound. As wide and heavy as these fish are.
And you say the ones that got this kind of a goldish tint to them, as opposed to the whiter tint, these are the ones that have probably been up in the grass a lot?
Yes, they get a yellower, a yellowish look.
Yeah.
That's because they've been in the hydrilla. There's hydrilla in this lake, and the fish that get in that get yellower.
I'll be darned.
Crappies as well as bass. Bass turn yellower.
I'll be darned.
And so do brim and shell crackers.
Huh. We'll let him live to tell the tale, but he got to meet Don. What do you think?
It's another decent fish.
They got attitude in here.
Yeah. Got a bad attitude. It went around my other line.
Probably my line. I probably cast over you, knowing me.
He's got
I'll
the
just
fish
take
back
them
there.
off and hand them to you. There you go, and I'll try to get the mess out of here.
There's another Monroe crappie. It's what anglers all over the world like to catch because they like to eat them. They're good. Favorite sound.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and just guess that's a blue with chartreuse. I don't know.
I'm thinking you're
Just
right.
a guess. There he is. Well, they look pretty coming up that tannic water.
Uh-huh. They do, don't they? This water, it looks dark. It looks almost black. I guess that's why the fish get so much color in them and they're so pretty. You know,
Yeah.
Don, there's a few good places on this lake that people pull up right along the side of the lake on the south side where 1792 comes across, and they can catch crappie almost all winter long and have a good time and catch some fish for dinner. And that's probably the best place because you've got about 4 or 5 miles of shoreline there that you can fish. And there's a lot of people that come there and fish. I think we're going to try to go back where we started and get in a little bit less windy area and not be bouncing so much, and maybe we'll have more luck catching bigger fish.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll reel them up.
All right.
We're back here at the dock. It's been an awesome day out here on Lake Monroe. Sanford, Florida, normally beautiful weather conditions here in January 1st, today when we're here, New Year's Day, and we've started the year off great. Denny's had us out here on some monster fish. Great day out under the worst possible conditions that you could fish under here in Lake Monroe. Middle of a cold front bashing us.
Yeah, a lot of wind.
Lots of wind, waves, everything else. But obviously we've had a crappie pro with us that's fished under every set of conditions that you can name, and it really it showed and it paid off today, Denny. I'm gonna tell you what, this guy earned his money today, because I'm gonna tell you what, I would never have wanted to just go pleasure fishing here today. But I hope you were able to learn some stuff, because I tell you what, today you had us out here under probably, would you say, not typically recreational conditions?
Not typically. It was rough conditions, but we did well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this technique that Denny's been showing you today, pulling or long lining, right?
Yes.
Going about 1 mile, 1.2, has really paid off. Denny shared some color selections with you. You even gave him some secret spots.
Yes, I did.
So, next time you're down here in Florida, go to beautiful Sanford under any conditions, and I know here Lake Monroe will produce some great crappie for you. For Denny and Don, join us next time on Crappie 101.
The American Crappie Association was actually founded for everyone from the weekend angler to the tournament pro. And part of the benefits of the association include Crappie Journal, the quarterly publication, an official publication of the Crappie USA Tournament Trail. As a member, you're eligible to fish any or all of the 45 annual Crappie USA events, and we're easy to contact. Just give us a call toll-free at 888-311-CUSA or visit us on the web at crappieusa.com.